Thank you for staying with us. When speculations are rife, such situation gives room for nothing but confusion. Such scenario is playing out regarding the race for the leadership of the 10th National Assembly. The All Progressive Congress, APC, says it will make a decision on zoning the leadership of the 10th National Assembly at the end of the Ramadan fasts. The APC stressed that this will be done before June, when the next assembly will be inaugurated. Dari. The party will be taking the position on zoning, and everybody
was waiting. We've been waiting, and the contenders have been waiting too, irrespective of their decision to start campaigning, as we can say, before the party decides on its zoning arrangement. But you would also understand that the party made it clear that they will zone the positions at a meeting of the leadership with the members-elect. The national chairman made that very clear. And he did caution those with aspiration not to jump the gun. He warned against a repeat of what happened in 2015 when people ended up defying the party's position. That has generated a lot of anxiety, because in spite of this intervention then, the party is yet to explain how it intends to go about the zoning. And then if you look at the race for the leadership of the 10th Assembly, already we have people jostling for the Senate presidency across all zones. The South, the North, the Northeast, the Northwest, North Central, Southeast, South. I think it's only the jostling for the leadership of the two chambers. And that you cannot understand. That having picked the presidency, it's just fair that we stay out of the... But of course, we have a gentleman from the Southwest who has also declared that he's interested in the speakership. Olawiyi. And or let me say he's been touted to be interested, because he's yet to tell anybody he's interested. So, be that as it may, you will see that the bulk of those who want to lead the two chambers are from other zones, excluding the Southwest. And the campaign is already aggravated. The claims and the desires for the position is already pushing people to offer explanations why it should first come to their zone. And that is heightening the tension within the party. I think the party coming to say, look, we would announce the zoning after Ramadan fast is also a way of dousing the tension. The tension is really getting serious. And if the party is saying after Ramadan fast, that's in the matter of days. 8 days, 9 days, the Ramadan fast will be over. But it is important for APC to know that a stitch in time will save nine. They must make haste and end the speculations. It is not as if announcing the zoning arrangement will end competition. No, it will reduce the tension. It can now narrow the competitions. Of course, like someone said, he said most of those declaring intentions are positioning themselves, not just for the Senate presidency or the speakership, but for other principal officers of the National Assembly. And I agree with him. You know why? If you say, I am going for the Senate presidency, and you have moved around the country talking to people, you have been together, and then the party comes and says, no, you are from so zone, what we zone to your area is Deputy Senate President. Automatically, you are positioned to vie for that, to having come out for the Senate presidency. So same thing goes for those angling for the speakership. Whatever is zoned to their geopolitical zone, they will be in pole position to, lay claim to it and probably get it. So that's what I see playing out.
So the decision of the party, I don't know, is this sacrosanct? We've had a situation whereby the People's Democratic Party in those days, but at the point in time they chose Mulikat Adiola, that's the preferred candidate. The opposition parties, in line with some PDP renegades, went ahead and they chose
Dimeji Bankole, yes.
Is it Dimeji Bankole?
No, no.
Tambua.
Tambua, yeah.
Aminu, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Aminu Tambua. Aminu Tambua at that time.
It also happened with
the same thing. The party wanted this Lawal and Senator Saraki galvanized support from across the political parties, and he emerged the Senate president.
The same thing. The party wanted Baja.
Yeah. For speakership.
And Dogara got it.
Dogara got it.
So how sacrosanct is the decision of the APC
they say
on
that
the National Assembly?
The negative part of history repeats itself when people don't learn from it. The truth of the matter is that it is in the interest of everybody jostling for the position. I think it's, as of the last count, I think it's 8 persons. Yeah, if what I say is right, I think it's 8 persons across the geopolitical zones that are jostling for the exalted office of the Senate president. The thing is, the only way to avoid it, I would also, for people to bury their interest for the common good.
Can't the National Assembly members within their own chamber decide this is how we want our leadership,
but it's,
without the party interference?
Of course, the way it's structured is that the party must have a say. In fact, I've even heard people say that the president-elect must have a say. And I know that one of them said that even if the president-elect says, I should not vie, I would fall in line. The way Nigerian politics is structured is such that you can't allow just the what's it called now, only the members of the National Assembly members to take the decision. It's not like imposing. It's going to be discussions. Already, the party has set certain criteria for deciding who could emerge as the Senate president. The issue of ranking, the issue of zone, the issue of religion. All of these are important. It is still going to be the decision of the senators. But then, it is also important that they work according to the principles and values of the party. They are not independent of the party, so to speak. They wrote on the platform of the party. So they cannot be working at cross purposes with the party. Because when you do that, it shows that you lack organization. And it shows that it speaks to your credibility. It speaks to the issue of harmony. You understand? So people must definitely, certain persons must definitely bury their interest. And I think that a stitch in time saves 9. It's not something that should dilly-dally. If, for example, after Ramadan, as it's been said, they decide that it's going to be this zone. If other people from other zones, they know that, okay, fine, it's been zoned to this particular region. Then they start probably vying for other positions. So it narrows down the competition to a few persons. I think that the party has a say because they wrote on the platform of the party. It's not a dictation. It's about discussion and coming to an agreement.
We want to buttress
disagreement. Exactly. To add that, you see, sometimes when we copy, we should not be selective, too selective in copying what is good. The presidential system of government we practice in Nigeria is copied from the United States. And we all can see how they select leaders of the 2 chambers. Apart from the vice president, who is automatically the Senate president, the leadership of the House is always determined by the party. We have not seen a situation where he decides that no, the party has chosen a House leader, I'm not going in that direction, I want to run. No. And if you look at the current, you see, there are examples in Nigeria of people defying their party. We spoke about how Tambua emerged, and we have also spoken of how Dogara stole the show from Bajabi Amira. On both occasions, people had to do anti-party. And anti-party activities in a democracy, in party democracy, is a serious offense against yourself and the party. In this situation, if you look at the current configuration of the National Assembly, the next National Assembly, which is the 10th Assembly, where APC is having 57 senators, with 57 senators, APC had to majority in the Senate. So with that, we can conveniently say APC will determine who will be the Senate president, provided members of the party do not decide to team up with the opposition to embarrass their own party. And like you said, they rode on the platform of
their party.
Their party. So any attempt to say, no, I am not going to support the person preferred by the party would simply mean you are running against the party. And to do that, you must team up with the opposition. And that is not tidy. That is setting the pace for an administration that will be troubled, just like we saw when Saraki had to get PDP members. He went as far as offering them the deputy senate president, which Ike picked.
Yes.
So such arrangements would show you that we are setting the pace for a troubled government, and that we need in the next dispensation. That is where the issue is. The APC has not been able to get 2/3 majority.
Exactly.
What the APC is having in the House of Rep is a simple majority,
yes, yes.
which can be threatened
easily.
Out of 3, how many do we have so far?
So far, out of 3, APC is having 132 or so. So I know they don't have 2/3.
No,
the others,
they don't.
They don't have 2/3. The others coming together would easily threaten the chances of the PDP, of the APC with I think it's 102 or something. I will get that clear. So what I'm saying is, if it is possible, for example, we have indications that the leading opposition party, the PDP, is ready to make it difficult for APC to have its way. So they will only with a simple majority, APC will win the speakership if all its men stays true to the party's decision. They don't need 2/3 to get a speaker. What they need is a simple majority. But if any one of them decides to, work with the opposition, with the number of lawmakers that the PDP, the Labour Party, the SDP, and others are having, if they get a chunk of members elect from the APC who are, for whatever reason, becomes aggrieved, they can rock the boat.
It's clear that only the APC can defeat
itself
in that
because they would need members of APC to disagree and disobey party instructions for the opposition to even get any principal office, any, apart from the minority leadership, which is sacrosanct.